It's when I was 12 years old, I got a call from my father that I was going to play with Lionel Hampton, and of course I was real nervous about it, but there was no such thing as being nervous. When he said do it, you did it. And who introduced me to Lionel Hampton and put me on the stage, he was then the mayor of Columbus, who ended up Governor Rhodes. So we played at a place called Rollerland, and it was packed. And oh my goodness, Lionel Hampton gave me all these accolades. I probably wasn't playing too much, but anyway, he said I was, and it made me feel good. And the next day they had it in the newspaper and on the radio. And oh, my father, his chest was all out, and it was fun for me, but it was a great experience. And then Lionel Hampton, from that point on, always would be very encouraging to me. And I was 14 years old, and we had a big department store called F&R Lazarus Company, and they had a show called the Hijinks Show, and it was for high schoolers, and if you won first prize, oh, you were a big deal. So I got talked into getting on that show. WCOL was the sponsor of it, and just so happened the announcer was Jack Buck, who's in the Hall of Fame now. Jack Buck's a Hall of Fame announcer for the he was with the St. Louis Cardinals baseball team, and he was the MC. I won, and I think my big time prize was like $15, and I took all my buddies out, and we got sundaes and ice cream and had a ball, and of course that made me kind of popular with all the high schools in Columbus then. Well, that was a big deal to everybody. To me, it was fun. It was really fun. So I went to Ohio State, and I played for Fred Taylor's first basketball team at Ohio State, and just enjoyed it tremendously. But an offer come along that summer through my father, through one of his influences, Ben Cow, who was a big promoter in Columbus. In fact, he brought Elvis Presley here the first time. He had a company called, now it's called Ticketmaster, but that was his original company, and he had connections everywhere. He took me to New York and put me right in the front seat with a man named Joe Glazer, and two of his acts were Louis Armstrong and Sugar Ray Robinson, the great fighter. So he took me on, and he put me with, right off the bat, Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry had 3 tunes or top in the country, so I traveled with Chuck Berry, and that was a tremendous boost for my career right off the bat. And so from that point on, it just seems like right place, right time. And then as I furthered my career, I got in with a hotel corporation, Sheraton Corporation, and I'm going to go fast forward. They opened up a beautiful $150 million hotel in Anchorage, Alaska, and I went up there and opened it up, and again, right place, right time. The oil was getting ready to strike up. Everything turned out right, and that ended up being the most successful Sheraton in the whole Sheraton system. And I was promoted to entertainment director, and I stayed with Sheraton for 15 years and decided, you know what, I'm going to take some time off, and then that's a whole nother phase of my life. But up until that Sheraton thing, it was just absolutely right place, right time, and things went very well for me.
Mr. Magic, where have you gone? Mr. Magic, come learn you a song. Mr. Magic, you turn me on.
took time off, and time become more time, and more time, and it was getting good to me. And I have a son-in-law who I love dearly. He was going to run for a political office. I played a fundraiser for him. Well, after I played the fundraiser, I had people coming up to me, hadn't seen me in years, decided to play a little here, a little there. Boom, I'm back into it now. Here's the way the game's going to go. Until I pass out of here, I'm playing music because I love it, and it's been my life, and I'm very appreciative of meeting all the new people I've met. And fortunately for me, I've been told I'm playing better now than I ever played in my life, and that's the good thing. So I enjoy it, and I want to do it forever, and I'm just so happy that I consider myself one of the lucky people in life.